Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be utilizing this new machine that Resiners has been so politely to send me, and it's called the Resiners Air Purifier Lite. It comes with a user manual, it comes with a warranty card that you need to do, and it comes with a air filter. The air filter comes in a little bag and you have to take it out and you put this in here, and then it doesn't it sits on there. Hold on, I'm sorry I got this all over the place, but it's a little hard to see back here. This is where you plug it in, but it has a little arrow here, and when you put it on, put the filter in, line up that arrow. Hold on. There we go. Line up the arrow just like so. There we go. And then you want to turn it to where it locks, because it has an unlock sign and a locking sign. Now it's unlocked, you turn it over there and it locks it up. And that way when you pick it up, it won't go on. Then you're going to have an automatic switch. You have a fan. You have a timer. This is the power button and the auto button. Turn on the power. It's going to show you any VOCs that are in there. It's going to show you the filter and how used it is. Now see, the fan is running very low. You can raise the fan to L1, L2, L3. And you can hear it. This thing blows, boy. It filters the air big time. But it's green, so it's telling you don't have any VOCs in the air. And we're going to show you, I'm going to show you how it works, because if you spray some alcohol, just a couple of little sprays of alcohol in the air, there it goes. You see how quickly it turned red? It detected that alcohol in the air, and it tells you how much VOC is in the air at that time, and it's filtering it. So you can put it on an auto to where it'll automatically come on when it detects any VOCs in the air, and it'll automatically come on and purify your air. You can put a timer to where if you're going to be in your studio for a certain amount of time, you can put it on the timer. And that way it'll cut off, and you don't have to worry about walking away and forgetting that you cut it off, or to cut it off, as I do sometimes. I forget. But the timer function, it gives you 1 hour increments, and you can put it up to from 0 to 9 hours, and it'll tell you what it is. It'll count it down, and then when it goes, once the time is reached, it'll go into a standby mode. That's awesome. So you're going to clean your air filter. You're going to unplug the unit before cleaning it. You're going to don't use any abrasive chemicals or any flammable cleaning agents on it. You wipe the outside of it with a soft, dry cloth, and if necessary, use a damp cloth and then dry it immediately. The vacuum inside of this uses a vacuum hose. It has a crevice attachment. You check that filter and the life indicator, and it'll tell you when you should replace it. But I'm impressed with how that, you see how it went from 999 to now it's down to 1.8, and so it's clearing out the air from just those 2 little sprays of alcohol. That's pretty cool. It doesn't have the temperature like that one, and this one is for like a smaller area. If you have a, like right here, I've got my resin area here, and then I'm going to show you my messiness, but this is my glass area here, And then I will have my mold making area here as soon as I get that shelving and stuff finished. But so I'll have it for over in this area because I pour resin on my glass, on my frames when I do those. So it's very good. And then I have its big sister up here that takes care of this area here when I'm doing my resin over here. So I think that if you have a smaller space, I think this is pretty good. It's not as fancy as the bigger one. Like I said, it doesn't have all of the bells and whistles. And this one is just a little bit more economical in the price range. So, and I will have a discount code for you in my description box that you can pick one up for a little of nothing. And I think they're a very good investment, especially for what they do for your health. I am a nurse, so it definitely is important to me to keep my lungs healthy, and by using these machines, it is definitely going to continue to keep that healthy. So I'm going to put this on auto so that it'll do its own thing, and then I'm going to go switch over to my other camera so that we can do a few things and see if it goes off during the time that we do this. So I'll be right back. Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome back. So the VOCs have calmed down in the room. The air is being monitored and it's green. So we're going to pour some resin over here. We're going to do a few things. I'm going to try something. These are those new angel molds from Let's Resin. And I think they're from Let's Resin or Indie Resin. I'm not sure. Nope, they're from Let's Resin. And they're supposed to hold, boy, it's very hard to see that. This one's supposed to hold 5.3 ounces. And this one's supposed to hold 5.1 ounce. Don't know what the difference is. But they have these wings on them. And I really want the wings to have their own thing. So I've got some Sigwong gold foil flakes, and I have some Laura's Art Corner angel wings, and I put it in these little cups, and I'm going to mix them up, and I'm going to try to get them into the wings with a pipette. I don't know if I'll be successful, but I really want to do that because I don't want to just pour it all one color down there. I want to try to get to the wings. So this is just my little experiment. We're going to see if I can get it to work, because I really would like to have that show up in, and I'm going to really stir that. And I'm probably going to have some bubbles, but you know what? It's okay. It's about an experiment this time. And if I have a bubble or two, I'm going to be okay with that. But I am going to snip off the end of this to make it a little bit bigger for those flakes. And we're going to see if I can get them to come up in there. It is bringing up some of the littler ones. All right, so let's see. Let me wipe that off so that I can maybe not have too much of a mess. Well, it's going in the wing. It's going in there. Even if I just get a little bit in there, I just want it. But that's going to work. Now, I don't know, but I am going to cure it in there before I do anything else with it. I am going to cure this in there. And we're going to, that way, hopefully it won't move. And I can get the other part to cooperate, and then I can always fill in the blanks with some markers as well. But I just wanted to, let's see if I can cut a little bit more off that tip. Okay, let's see if I can get it in there. Oh yeah, that's better. Bigger hole, got more in there. Let me see if I can put a little bit more resin in there too. I think this is going to work. Okay. Yep, it's in there. I can see it in the wings and in the back of her hair. Get back out there. But that's okay. It's gold. I don't mind that. In fact, let me see if I can get the rest of this to go into the back of her hair. That would be good. Because I'm going to cure it with her laying down, so that'll be all right. Okay. Now, all I got to do is find there. That way I can keep it up there. Now, let me get a new pipette, and we can pour this into this little mold here. So we don't waste it. Okay. Now we'll get another. Let me get this gold off my fingers. Get another pipette. Snip off the end of it. I don't think it's going to be as hard to do this one because the glitter is a little bit not as much chunky as the gold flake. There we go. This angel wing glitter from Laura's Art Corner is gorgeous. And there may be an easier way to do this, y'all, but this was what my little feeble mind came up with. It's not so bad. These pipettes come in handy sometimes. All right, let's see what I got. Yep. I think that's going to work. And we'll let them sit up like that. Get rid of that. And then this we're going to pour into this little mold here. Nope, I sprayed alcohol. My air purifier picked it up because I have it on auto. That makes me feel very, very good that that machine is looking out for my lungs. All right, now, I want to I think I want some yellow. Any yellow? let's see if I can find a yellow in my alcohol ink. I wish there was an easier way to see these alcohol inks rather than having to go through each and every one of them. So let's work on getting a better way to be able to see all of the colors without having to go through the whole box. Please. It would make it so much easier. And I don't see a yellow. Let me find one and I'll be back. Okay, I found a medium yellow. So we're going to see what we can do with this guy, this color. Pour some in here. Don't need a whole lot. That's good. Yeah, that's a pretty yellow. And we're gonna pour that in here. Okay. All right. Now, the others, we're going to put it into this parrot mold so that we don't waste nothing. And I think that I had to think about it, but you know, that was a testament to, I'm using Bond Crafter resin, and that's a testament to the fact that they say they're VOC free. That air purifier never went off while I was mixing the resin, but it went off as soon as I spritzed that with alcohol. So I guess Bond Crafter was telling the truth about their resin being VOC free. I say. All right, we'll leave that there. All right, now this guy, I want to put, this is, I want some intense chrome powder. We'll use intense chameleon powder. Now let's see what else I got. Hold on. Yeah, this is intense chameleon powder. And then we have deep blue Berry green, dark magenta, dark green, and what is this one? Come on. This one is Galaxy. Let's see what Galaxy looks like. Ooh, purpley. So let's do some Galaxy. We're going to paint this guy with some Galaxy. Yeah, that's a beautiful purple. Very pretty. And the cool thing about intense chameleon powders is that you can pour it with white or black and you're still going to get an intense color. I love that about using these intense colors. I'm going to pick that up and make sure I got everything colored. Knock that excess out. And then I want to take a fluffy brush and you burnish it. Gets all your brush strokes out of there. Makes it very smooth. Okay. All right. Now, I need to move this guy over. And we're going to put how about I don't think that'll fit in there. Let me find something that's going to fit in there. I think she'll fit and she won't be too tall. So we're going to put some blue. How about Infinity Teal? And these are T-Rex inks. They're shimmering. And I was really sad because they discontinued these. But they have answered me and told me that they're coming out with some new inks. But that you can take the, I did order the new set that they discontinued these to bring out. And it has a shimmer white or blender in it that they said that you can add to them and make them shimmery. So we're going to see. So I'm waiting for those to come in. And we'll see. Boy, that's a beautiful color. So let me get some alcohol ink in there. And I do want to squish this a little bit. Make sure it's in all those intricacies in there. We're also going to pour this in this turtle. It gets me when those things, it's like a static electricity. I might want to put this guy in a cup. It sure is wobbly. I don't feel comfortable with wobbly ones. Yeah, I know I'm getting it everywhere, but hold on. I think that, let me see if I got a bigger cup. I just don't trust wobbly molds. I'm so afraid it's gonna fall over. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now I can fill it up and not worry about it falling over. There we go. And then I'll find something to pour that little bit in. Okay. Whoop. We need to do this, huh? I didn't even think about this. I'm going to have to make up just a little bit more to fill this up. Ah, where's my head? I was so worried I had so much left. But you see that air purifier went off already. Cleaned my air up. I'm very impressed with the Resiner's new Lite air purifier, y'all. And I think that it's so much more affordable than the bigger one. And you can see that it works well in this, and I have not such a little space. I have a bigger space here. So I'm impressed. So we're going to come back when this is ready to demold, and we'll see what we have. Or we're going to go for the second part of these once that is done. All right, we'll be back. Okay, welcome back. Okay, it's done. And now I'm going to go to the second part of these. I'm putting these in a cup because they're kind of wonky too. And we're going to put some flowers in there. I know they're going to get bubbles. Hopefully not too many. But we'll see. Okay. And in this one, we're putting some flowers. And yes, I'm making a mess. But y'all know that I am a mess maker. So that makes it okay because y'all already know that I am a mess maker. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm making a mess. Okay. Alrighty. So we will have these, and then we shall pour the resin in slowly as to maybe not give it too many bubbles. But I think I will, because I do see a few bubbles down there at the bottom. And we don't want too many if we can help it. They're so, or maybe they're not so bad when you put the resin in it, maybe. It does make it a little bit more stable. Yeah, it does make it a little bit more stable with the thing in it, so we'll go ahead and go with that. And yes, there's going to be bubbles in it. I know there is, but you know, it's okay. Okay. Yeah, they still are kind of wobbly to me. They make me nervous. Very, very nervous. Very nervous. They're so wobbly, they make me nervous. But I think my cup is not big enough that it makes me even more nervous to leave them in there. So we're going to do it like that. We're going to take a chance. I think those are... Yeah, it's going to have some bubbles in it. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. You're okay with that. We're all okay with that. All right. We're going to finish pouring this one up. Good deal. And then this one, we're going to add, I think I have just enough in there. To fill that one up, hopefully. We're gonna get this out of there, that stick out of there, and clean it off and get the resin getter, the spatula, curved spatula that gets all the resin. Get that out of there. All right. There we go. Gotta love these curved spatulas. You just gotta. Okay. Now, wipe this off. And put some alcohol on it and get that resin off there. Okay. Now this little guy, we're going to shove you down. Hopefully keep y'all down there. Yeah, bubbles coming up. Bubbles coming up. Because we can chop those others off. I just don't want them floating, the flowers floating up. Hopefully not. Okay, this one I think is done. Oop. This one I think we can unmold right now, y'all. This was the extra. It's a mermaid. Isn't she pretty? Oh, she is very pretty. I'll have to snazz her up a little bit. All right. That's what that extra came out with her. All right, now for this, to finish that off, I want green. And that'll be laser green? Yeah. Let's do this laser green on the T-Rex inks. I think I see a, oh, good deal. Yeah, that's a pretty green. I really, really, really do like these T-Rex inks. I'm getting resin everywhere, making a mess. Okay. All right. So we'll stir this up. Let's see what color green that comes out to be. Yep, it's going to need more. Oh yeah, that's a pretty green. All right, we're going to pour this into here. All right. Alright, let's pull this turtle out because he also was ready to come out so that we can repurpose the new oh, that's so wobbly. Let's see what this one's like. That one's not ready to come out yet. And we'll back these because they're not quite full. To finish off this resin. And we'll pour the rest of it in these. Okay. And I guess we can pour the rest in this little gem mold for our scrappies. Okay. And I think that does it on the extras. All right. Okay, so we'll leave those be. And hopefully over poured that. That's not good. Probably did that with the alcohol. Ugh. Told you I was a mess maker. Alright, we're going to leave it be. Okay, I'm going to try to put the lid on that and not squish those around. And we'll go from there, and then we'll be back when it's time to demold. It is on with the alcohol. I sprayed with alcohol. But you know what? I'm very impressed with this machine because, well, I'm very impressed with the Bond Crafter resin because it never set it off. Only the alcohol is setting it off. So that's great. That Bond Crafter resin is living up to its claim that it's VOC free. So I'm really impressed. So this Lite Resiner's air purifier Lite is really working out well in this little space, so I'm impressed. We'll be back. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Okay, these are ready. Well, I'm going to have some cleanup on this overpour. I got some little overpours on this thing, poor little guy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to overpour you. Y'all know I love turtles. And I'm sorry. That's such a cute little turtle. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, those are cute. I love that Laura's Art Corner. The angel wings glitter. That is so pretty. So pretty. Y'all need to go over to her website. She's got certain, and she sells octopus inks, the alcohol inks that are awesome. And of course, the most infamous of glitters that she sells is Mirror Mirror. Everybody has to have that in their arsenal. It is gorgeous glitter, gorgeous glitter. This is a cute little mold. I just got that the other day. I thought it was going to be bigger. Of course I did. But it turned out really cute. It's just hard not to overpour that because it's small. Okay. And I got this mold from Tammy over at Epoxy Me That. Well, that green kind of overtook that orange, didn't it? Or the yellow. But it's so pretty. Still pretty. Alright, let's see about this. Water Ripple. These are into resin molds. Water Ripple crosses. Who doesn't like into resin molds? And who doesn't like Water Ripple molds? Because I love them. Beautiful, beautiful. You know, all these little gems. These are just for my scrappies, like Sheila says. Sorry, I had to sneeze. My allergies have been really kicking it lately. Oh, that's a pretty little flower. Little sunflower. And this guy. We're going to clean that up. It's a pillow. Isn't it cute? Very cute little pillow. Alright, now I don't know how hard these are going to be to get out, but we're going to see if we can get it to come out. Y'all know that my hands are
arthritic. I'm going to put some alcohol down in there to try to help that. Try to get some of that suction. And excuse me, y'all, I got to bring it to me because I don't have a lot of strength in my hands. And this mold is not conducive to easy demold because it has a lip on it. Jeez. Whew. That is not. And I say it might be hard for me because I don't have any strength in my hands. Let me get the other one out. And then we'll try to take a look at both of them. So we can get this alcohol down there. Break some of that suction. There we go. Before I get there. They're not that easy to get off, I'm telling you. And then you gotta turn them right side outward. That's not so easy either. Oh my goodness. I don't think I'm going to be making too many of these guys because these are hard to. For me, they're hard because I don't have a lot of strength. Whew. All right. Wow. And look, it worked. Putting that glitter in there first. It went to the wings and the back of the head without overtaking the face. That's awesome. It did work. Oh, wow. She's even more beautiful. They may be worth the hassle of trying to get them out of there. Because look, it really worked to put that in there first and cure them. Because I didn't want it to be all of her face and all that. I just wanted the wings, and that's what it did. And it did the top of the wing. Oh man, that turned out beautiful. And see on the pillow, you can use that pillow. Isn't that cute? You can use that pillow for so many, for a stand for so many of their things, but she's sitting on a pillow. I like that because you can make these any color. I might try to come back and make that a shiny mold as well. Turn it into a shiny mold instead of a matte mold. But these turned out really pretty. Very, very pretty. Wow. A lot prettier than I thought they were going to be. But I want to color in some of that. I'll put pictures up for y'all. And I don't know if y'all were paying attention or if you could hear it, because sometimes you can't hear some of the things that I hear on there. But the hero in this video is not the angels. The hero in this video is my Resiner's Lite air purifier. And it kicked on when I was spraying that alcohol, and it quickly took care of it. And now it's calmed down. It was on high, and then it calmed down and went back down to low to keep the air purified. So I definitely am a fan of this little guy. And I already liked the big one. So now I'm a really big fan of this small one because it worked. It's doing its job. It's definitely kicking in when it needs to, and taking care of the air. I dropped that. He might be just a goner. Anyway, all right then. Well, I really appreciate you coming and being with me and sharing my new excitement with this new Resiner's air purifier, the Lite. I think these are a very good investment, and I think that anybody that works with resin or spritzes alcohol or any of those things, I think that they need one of these. I think they're a very good investment to keep your health assured, or at least help you maintain your health with your lungs and stuff, because it does do what it says it's supposed to do. It does help purify your air, and I think that I'm impressed with this little guy. So I'll be definitely saying a little more about him. But this book tells you all about it. Tells you the air quality level, the filter indicator. It gives you it gives you the filter life, like I showed you, and the timer, fan, and then this air quality level. The numbers tell you green, but there's a ring around it that goes from green, yellow to red to let you know that it's really filtering. That it switches the fan speed when it detects it. But it tells you that the ideal room size is about 129 feet, It's effective for smaller rooms. Used for a bigger space will take more time to purify it. But just this little space that I'm working in right here, it was perfect for it because it's doing its job. It's kicking on. It's doing its job, and then it's kicking off. So I say this one is impressing me, and I think that it's very well worth the money and investment. And I'll have a discount code in my description, and hop on over there and grab you one because I think they're very good. So again, I thank you for coming and joining my video. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. It's free. It doesn't cost anything, and it helps grow my channel. And hopefully next time we're going to do something else. I have a project that I want to do with some glass, and I hope that you join me for it. So y'all take care. If you're have a great day, night, evening, whatever your time zone is, and come back and see me again, and let's see what we can get into and the experiments, because this one, it worked. It did what I asked it to do, or what I really wanted to accomplish it to do. It worked. So yay, and not a fail. So thank y'all very much, and just remember, the world is full of blessings, and if you haven't found one, be one. See you later, guys.